Am I the asshole for giving my roommate the silent treatment? I, 22 female, have been friends with Kat, 23 female, since freshman year of college. We have been living together for 2 years. In the time that we've known each other, we have rarely had problems. Around 10 months ago, I started seeing Doug, 23M. We worked on a group project together. After the project, he asked if I would like to go out sometime with him. We went out for a total of 2 months just getting to know each other and being very casual. At around 2 months in, we decided to be a little more intimate. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this year, but long story short, we had sex. I had planned on staying the night at his place afterwards. About 2 hours later, we were watching something on my phone when he left to pick up some food. He left his phone because he didn't want to have to pause the video and that I can catch him up when he got back. He started getting a bunch of texts and after a while, I planned to click on the messages and turn his phone off and stop watching. I found out that I was the topic of this group chat. After we were done, Doug had went to the bathroom and texted his GC, "Finally fucked a fat chick." The responses were a mix of cheering him on, joking about, "My condolences," or just simply saying, "Ew." Someone asked for pictures and Doug responded, "Dude, do you think I wanted pictures of her body on my phone?" I was heartbroken and left. I blocked his number and haven't spoken to him since. Since that happened, I have struggled with getting back out there, and have random bouts of insecurity, and I feel like I second-guess every interaction I have with someone. Last Monday, Kat told me she's been seeing someone and he wants to hang out at her place. Yep, it's Doug. I haven't really seen him since then, so when she showed me his picture, I froze up and that feeling came back again. I told her that I wasn't comfortable having him over and ending up telling her the entire story, what happened, and how I've been feeling. Her response was, "Well, maybe he just had like a sexual bucket list and needed someone like you to help him." I was in shock. I asked her to clarify and she doubled down, saying that maybe that was something he always wanted to do and right now I was kink shaming. I told her I needed a minute to process what she said and spent the night in my room. Since then, I've been not as talkative with her. If she asks me something, I answer, but other than that, I don't go out of my way to engage. We haven't hung out since then and I've been doing my own thing. This morning she left to spend time with her family, and left a note saying that this silent treatment is manipulative, she doesn't know what she did, and I better fix myself NBY the time she comes back or we're gonna have roommate problems. I am still so upset, but now I am thinking that maybe I should have talked to her more and brought it up again, and that maybe I was being some degree of an asshole. But at the same time, I'm so hurt she would say that. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole. I can't get over her saying, kink shaming, to you being absolutely disrespected and insulted. If I were you, the friendship with her would be over. She is choosing a total asshole over you. Doug is the asshole x1000. Not the asshole. Kinks should always involve communication, consent, and often, unless publicity is your thing, privacy. You were taken advantage of and humiliated, she's being selfish. Not the asshole. I'm sorry you had to go through this in the first place. When she comes back, maybe you can sit her down and have an honest conversation about how her words were hurtful and inconsiderate, but you don't need to apologize for your actions. I think given how hurtful she was to you, a silent treatment is a normal and valid response. However, now that you're given the opportunity, I think you should call her out so she doesn't continue this behavior in the future. And kink shaming? Like, are you supposed to let H continue to fuck you cause he may like big girls? Hell no. You were used and insulted. If she doesn't see that her problem and roommate problems are the least of her troubles. She's no way does she not know why you are upset. She doesn't think you should be, so she's doubling down. Try to find a new place and new roommate. Am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend that she's not a kid anymore? A few months ago, me, M24, and my girlfriend, F24, both graduated with our master's degrees. We met in grad school about 2 years ago and have been dating a little over a year. We really hit it off because even though we are in very different fields, we both were very hard-working, both with full rides through undergrad and grad school, and had a lot of goals and aspirations. Besides that, we also have a lot of similar interests and traits that brought us together. So now that you know the context of our relationship, let me explain the situation. So a few weeks before graduation, my girlfriend said she was pausing the career hunt till after graduation and after her sister got married, middle of June. It was understandable though, as she is really busy with maid of honor duties and she got her old gig back as a shift lead of a popular ice cream franchise. Now that the wedding has passed a few weeks ago, she brought it up to me today that she's going to postpone looking for jobs again for the next foreseeable future. When I asked why, she said these quotes, "I need time to find myself. I need more time to figure out my weaknesses. And lastly, I need more time being a kid." I was kinda blindsided by this, as she acted like I didn't understand at all. I was also scared of all of this change happening as I started my career, lost a parent, moved in by myself, and was supporting my other parent all in the matter of 2 months. She has wealthy parents, a self-proclaimed perfect family, and a whole guest house all to herself. I don't know what came over me, but I told her, "You're 24. You're not a kid. We're lucky enough to have started our adulthood so late, some have to start at 18. She then flipped out at me, saying I had no idea how she felt, even though I feel like I actually do. I also am really scared of growing up, but part of being an adult is to push past that fear and move forward. This has nothing to do with the job searching itself and more to do with her completely changing. She had so many goals and aspirations for her life, and now she's completely complacent with bumming off her parents and enjoy my last bout of freedom." Am I the asshole? Edit. The more I reply to comments, the more I'm starting to realize this stems from a lot more than her not wanting to start her own life. We always talked about moving in with each other and starting a life after college. She's the one who always talked about it. But after my father passed, she became a lot more distant. I remember when I told her about having to take care of my mother, she made a weird comment about how that doesn't seem fair to me and that no matter what she's going through, she doesn't get not do anything with her life. This was a direct contradiction when she basically said she's going to do the same thing. I'm just hoping all of these things that happened to me recently wasn't an ick to her, because she always talks about how she hates negative situations and being sad. Info. Do you share finances at all? You are the asshole. And I know this feeling stems from, well, if I have it this hard, how can't you? She sounds burnt out and has the ability to take a pause before jumping into her career field. It sounds like you just got piled on with a bunch of responsibilities, and would love a chance to pause or breath before taking on the weight of these responsibilities, but it sounds like you are unable to. Your response came from jealousy, resentment over her situation seeming easier than yours, her having the ability to choose. You can disagree, but the way you described her perfect family is telling. Being a kid who comes from nothing. That jealousy feeling pops up occasionally, but it's up to us as adults to not project that onto others. Not the asshole, but maybe there was a better way of going about it? Might have been a little too harsh and emotionally driven, but otherwise you do have a point. Not the asshole, but you both don't line up in a relationship. You need to move on, and she needs time to find herself. You are the asshole, you can't force somebody to change with you. You are going through changes, and she isn't ready for those changes, so let her figure it out her way. Am I the asshole for refusing to vacation with my BF's family? Throwaway account. I, 26F, have been dating my boyfriend, 27M, for 4 years. I have met and visited his family numerous times. They're lovely. His family asked us to visit them for a week to celebrate the 4th of July. I declined. Here are my reasons. I have been vegan since birth, vegetarian family plus lactose intolerance. I have no desire to eat meat. My boyfriend and his family are voracious carnivores. I have no issue with this. My diet preferences are mine alone. That said, every time we visit his family, I am left to fend for myself regarding food. His parents make 3-course meals and barbecues for everyone, and not even a single item is made vegan. The salads have bacon in them. Roast potatoes are cooked in lard. Rice is cooked with chicken stock. I always have to buy ingredients and then cook my meals. Because their fridge is packed to capacity with their food, I have no space to cook a large batch of food and store it, so I have to cook every day. This is exhausting, especially on a vacation. I have politely asked them if they could leave out bacon, chicken stock in salads and rice, and they agree, only to forget when the time comes. Another thing is that his family is religious and doesn't want unmarried couples to sleep in the same bedroom. This means that I share a room with his sister A, and his A's partner shares the room with my BF. A married her partner of 2 years a few months ago, and they are now allowed to sleep in the same bedroom. But since we are unmarried, I was unsure what the sleeping arrangement would be like since they only have 3 bedrooms. I asked his parents about this, and they said I would need to sleep on the sofa in the living room. This was when I checked out. This vacation is not even slightly appealing to me. I love his family, but not enough to give up every ounce of comfort. Staying in hotels is not possible since they live in a remote area without any hotels within 20 miles. I told my boyfriend that I wouldn't be coming on this or any future vacations until they either fix the food or the sleeping situation, or both. My boyfriend insisted that I come and offered to sleep on the sofa. But I know that he has back problems and the mattress in his room is an orthopedic one, and sleeping on the sofa will fuck him up for a long time. I told him that I'd much rather save my time off for an actual vacation where I get to relax and enjoy myself without worrying about going hungry or not getting enough sleep. I encouraged him to go and spend time with his family without me, and he reluctantly went. Since yesterday, A has been texting me and implying that I was being a diva for not coming because of petty reasons. I was polite, but I held my ground. But a part of me is wondering if I am being an asshole since there was no other reason for me not to go except the ones I stated. If I am being an asshole, I plan on driving over tonight to be there on the 4th. Not the asshole. Like you said, it's not a vacation for you. I think they are purposefully treating you this way with the food and sofa. You have no privacy. You may adore them, but it looks like the feeling isn't mutual. They couldn't even be bothered to put aside a little salad for you so you wouldn't starve. A needs to mind her business. Not the asshole. Vacations should be fun and accepting for everyone invited. You're uncomfortable with the sleeping arrangements. They disregard your dietary restrictions. It sounds like more work than it's worth. Not the asshole, you deserve decent food. If they can't even spare some space for your meals in the fridge, that you have been willing to cook yourself, they don't really want you there. Not giving you the opportunity to get a decent meal and having you sleep on a couch in the living room is simply unwelcoming. Absolutely not the asshole. Being vegan is not a petty reason. Enjoy your time without the Metosauruses, lol, and maybe stop replying to his sister. There may be a diva in this story, but it isn't you. Have a happy 4th. Not the asshole, but how does A know why you're not going? Did you share your reasoning with the family or did your boyfriend blab your business to them? Am I the asshole for getting a haircut? I, am 34, got my haircut on Sunday, and my partner, F29, is now refusing to speak to or look at me for some background. We have been together for 8 years. In our early relationship, one weekend she visited me, I decided to make a bit of extra effort. I got a haircut, a shave, put on a shirt. When she arrived, she freaked out, said she couldn't to look at me, that she has this issue with anyone who gets a surprise haircut. This happened every time. In 2020, I couldn't get it cut. My hair is extremely thick and hard to manage. I don't like how it feels or how it looks long. My partner has expressed to me since that she prefers it longer, as I have expressed that I prefer it shorter. It has been long quite a bit since then, partly because I am too busy to get it cut often. We have a 5-year-old daughter and I work full-time. And partly because I didn't like the stress of her reaction. Cut to Sunday. My partner took our daughter out for the day, while I did the weekly shop. While I was there I got my haircut. It was very long and irritating, so I ended up getting it quite short. I knew my partner would be shocked, so I messaged her before she got back, saying I'd had my haircut and would she like to see a picture so it wasn't a shock. She didn't respond directly, just told me I should have talked to her before I did it rather than after. I then had to wait in stress for her to get home, and when she did she immediately told me it looked awful. At this point, I got angry, and told her that I was angry, and that I'd been stressed about her reaction all afternoon. She shut down, refused to speak, then got up, whispered something in our daughter's ear, which she told me was, "I'm going out for a bit," and then left without a word. She stayed out for about 4 hours, so I cooked dinner, gave our daughter a bath and put her to bed. Partner then came back, wouldn't speak to me. I confronted her and demanded to know why, and she said she was angry that I had got so angry at her when I know her issues with hair and I still got a haircut behind her back, and that she finds me less attractive with short hair, and I was disrespectful by not talking to her about it first because she would have told me not to get it so short so it wouldn't upset her so much. I apologized for getting angry, explained that I'd built up stress about her reactions to my hair and acted without thinking. I also told her that I regret how short it is, but she didn't care. She was more focused on my doing it without talking to her first. She also said that every time she looks at me or I speak, and she's forced to look at my hair, she feels angry again. Since then she won't be in the same room as me, and won't speak to me when she is. This evening, she got home, Said hi to our daughter, the dogs etc. But when I said hi she didn't even look at me. I don't know how long she's going to keep ignoring me, but it's getting very upsetting. Am I the asshole here? Not the asshole. Your wife is being utterly ridiculous. It's a haircut. The hair will grow back. But more importantly, your wife should love and appreciate you for who you are, not how your hair looks. Not the asshole, your body, your choice. Emo. She sounds incredibly controlling and she is way overreacting. It's hair, it grows back, and you're the one having to deal with long hair which you've already stated you dislike. Not the asshole, and I can't even imagine the response if you told her how to cut hers. Definitely not the asshole. Is it possible that she is face blind? Does she have the same issue with hairstyle changes? Apart from cutting it off? Or people wearing glasses one day and contacts the other? If not, she really needs to address this with her therapist. It's your body, you do whatever the bloody hell you want with your hair.